Hi everyone, my introduction. TV Marigodar, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics, Nehru Art Science and Commerce College, Gantikeri, Hubli. And it is my email ID, tipesmarigodar64@gmail.com. In this class, I going to derive the Cauchy's first theorem on limits of BSc 4th semester mathematics syllabus. It is in the modulo infinite sequences. So there are already 3 sessions are over and it is called as the session number 4 as per Karnataka University, Dharwad. Let us move towards the Cauchy's theorem on limit of sequence. So there are two theorems on the Cauchy's theorem on limits. It is Cauchy's first theorem on limit. Now to look at the theorem and its statement. Theorem: if sequence an converges to L, then sequence Cn also converges to L. What is this Cn here? Where Cn equal to a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus and so on to be plus an divided by n. So that means these are nothing but the arithmetic mean of the nth terms of an. Where an is the given sequence, it is converges to L, and an containing the infinite terms a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus up to an plus an, after that an also it continuously up to infinite terms, but Cn is the collection of the terms of an such that a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus an divided by n. Our work is to show that the sequence Cn also converges to L. That means if the sequence an converges to L, then to prove that the arithmetic mean of the n terms of the limit is also converges to L, that is a1 plus a2 plus an divided by n also converges to L, that is nothing but the Cn converges to L. Okay, go for the proof. First you have to start the proof with the given. So it is given that sequence an converges to L. It means that limit n tends to infinity an equal to L. Now to take a new term bn such that bn equal to an minus L. Take bn equal to an minus L, or from this we can write an as a bn plus L. Now the Cn is a1 plus a2 plus a3 plus and dot 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 plus an divided by n. Now to already taken that an is a bn plus L. So now to write a1 as a b1 plus L, a2 as a b2 plus L, a3 as a b3 plus L, and an as a bn plus L, because as an equal to bn plus L, immediately when n equal to 1 it becomes a a1 b1 plus L, n equal to 2 it is a2 b2 plus L, a3 b3 plus L, and so on. Next we have to be separate the terms that b1 b2 b3 up to bn as one group, and L plus L plus L and so on to bl up to n terms another group, that is b1 plus b2 plus b3 up to bn one group, L plus L plus L and so on to be n terms one another group, another term. Both the expressions are divided by n. So we have Cn equal to b1 plus b2 plus b3 up to bn divided by n plus L plus L plus L and so on to be n terms is nothing but the n into L, because L plus L 2L. If it is L plus L plus L 3L, L plus L plus up to n terms n into L. So this n and n cancels, we left only L here. So the next step Cn becomes a b1 plus b2 plus b3 and so on to be bn divided by n plus n cancels, we have a L here. Call this expression as to be 1. Now we taken that bn is a an minus L. Apply limit n tends to infinity for this one. When n tends to infinity is applied, limit n tends to infinity bn is equal to limit n tends to infinity an minus L. But already it is given that limit n tends to infinity an is a L. Therefore it is L minus L becomes a 0. What we get here, that is limit n tends to infinity bn equal to 0. So by the definition of limit, if limit n tends to infinity bn equal to 0, by definition says that for given epsilon greater than 0, there exists m positive integer such that modulus of this bn minus 0 is less than epsilon or epsilon by 2 I taken. bn minus 0 is nothing but the same as bn. Therefore, it is mod bn is less than epsilon by 2 for every n greater than or equal to m. Call this expression as 2. Already we taken that Cn equal to b1 plus up to bn divided by n plus l is a 1, and modulus of bn is less than by epsilon by 2 for every n greater than or equal to m as a 2. Next, what does the bn? Bn is a sequence. Its a limit, nth term limit is a 0. That means bn is a finite limit. If bn is a finite limit, means it is convergent. If the sequence is a convergent, then it is bounded. So it is clear that sequence bn is bounded, because limit n tends to infinity bn equal to 0. Hence it is convergent and therefore bounded. If it is bounded, then there exists an integer k such that modulus of bn is less than k. Call this expression 3. Now the expression 1, keep in mind Cn is the b1 plus b2 plus b3 up to bn divided by n plus l, and mod of bn is less than epsilon by 2 for every n greater than or equal to m, and mod bn is less than k, it is 3. 1, 2, 3. Keep in mind. Now to consider this one in the modulus by means of consider modulus of b1 plus b2 plus b3 plus bn divided by n minus 0. Our idea is to show that this whole modulus is less than epsilon. For that, in the modulus there is a terms minus 0, b1 plus b2 plus b3 up to bn divided by n minus 0 is there. Minus 0 is negligible here. Therefore, we left only b1 plus b2 plus b3 plus bn divided by n. Take it n 1 by n outside the modulus. And what are the terms remains here? b1, b2, b3 sum up to bn. b1 plus b2 plus b3 up to bn. Meanwhile, some terms may comes and goes. Those are nothing but I will consider bm and bm plus 1. So I write the b1 plus b2 plus b3 up to bn as a b1 plus b2 plus b3 plus and so on plus bm plus 1. Thereafter it is bm plus 2, bm plus 3, bm plus 4 plus dot 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 up to bn. Now to take separate modulus for every term. For that you have to be equal changes to the less than or equal to, because modulus property. Now this one modulus, it is less than or equal to 1 by n is already there. Separate modulus for every term, mod bn, b1 plus mod b2 plus mod b3 plus mod bm plus mod bm plus 1 and plus and so on to be mod bn. Now to concentrate the modulus of b1, modulus of b2, modulus of b3 plus modulus of bm, and thereafter it is up to n equal to m. N is consider m, it is n equal to m. After this is n is greater than m. It is up to b1 to bm, it is n equal to m. After this it is n is greater than m. Greater than m means m plus 1, m plus 2, m plus 3 and n. So already expression 2 says that bn is bounded. If bn is bounded means every term is less than k. b1 is less than k, b2 is less than k, b3 is less than k, up to there are m terms. After that, for every n greater than or equal to m, for every n greater than or equal to m, that expression 3 says that bn is less than k. After that, the expression 2 says that bn is less than epsilon by 2 for every n greater than or equal to m. For that, when n greater than or equal to m, that is m plus 1, every term is less than epsilon by 2. So the k plus k plus k up to m terms. So there are n terms. M terms I left here. Remaining are the n minus m terms. Those n minus m terms are nothing but the epsilon by 2, epsilon by 2, epsilon by 2. Now what does the keep 1 by n as it is? What does the k plus k plus k up to m terms? It is m into k. What do you mean by the epsilon by 2, epsilon by 2, epsilon by 2 up to n minus m terms? It is n minus m into epsilon by 2. Now to multiple 1 by m for both the inside terms, it is 1 by n into m is nothing but the m by n into k already there. It is n minus m divided by n into epsilon by 2. So there are the two expressions m by n and n minus m by n. These are always less than 1 because m is positive integer, m divided by n is always less than 1 because n is a natural number. Whenever the natural number goes on to be increasing in the denominator, this becomes nearly equal to 1. Similarly, n minus m is 2 less than m. m is less than 1, m is a number, and n minus m is again it is smaller than m. It is m, n minus m, it is smaller than m. Immediately n minus m divided by n is also less than 1. So this m by n is replaced as a 1. N minus m divided by n is also replaced as 1. Now we left a k here. That k can be taken as a epsilon by 2. This k can be taken as epsilon by 2, and already this is 1 into epsilon by 2. So epsilon by 2 plus epsilon by 2 is a epsilon. What did you get here? Hence modulus of b1 plus b2 plus b3 up to bn divided by n minus 0 is less than epsilon for every n greater than or equal to m. By using the definition of limit, this means limit n tends to infinity, b1 plus b2 plus up to bn divided by n is equal to 0. So consider the expression 1 now. Expression 1 is actually from 1. Cn is b1 plus b2 plus b3 up to bn divided by n plus l. Now apply limit n tends to infinity on both the side to the expression 1. Now limit n tends to infinity, Cn equal to limit n tends to infinity, b1 plus b2 plus b3 plus dot 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 plus bn divided by n plus l, but this limit is a 0. So this term completely becomes a 0. Therefore we get limit n tends to infinity, Cn equal to 0 plus l, that is nothing but the l. So limit n tends to infinity, Cn equal to l. So this completes the proof of the theorem.